This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter and welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, August the 24th, is a Los Angeles Kings icon. He was still with the Kings. He was picked in the 2005 NHL draft and made history as becoming the first player from Slovenia, not Slovakia, Slovenia, to make it to the NHL. And he has played all these seasons. He's 36 years old. His name is Kopitar. Kopitar was born in Slovenia, Slovenia, which was a part of Yugoslavia once upon a time, and then decided to play for his hometown team, Jensenic, and Kopitar would have to leave Slovenia because of the skill level. So Cutastrophe gave him a chance in Sweden to play. So he played for their junior team. And at 17, he was the top European skater by the Central Scouting Bureau. So he was there. Was he the first? Yep, he was the first non-North American, first non-Canadian or American to be drafted in 2005. Canada had 6 of the first 10 picks. The US had 4, and Slovenia's Ante Kopitar was picked by the Kings 11th overall. By the way, Marek Zagrapan was the second European taken. But anyway, LA needed him and all that. Kopitar was not at the draft, but was playing in preseason games. In fact, Cutastrophe also had Nicholas Burfors be drafted from them by the Devils. Regina had picked him in the import draft, meaning that if he could play in North America, he would be in Regina. But he said he'd rather play against professionals in the Elite Syrian or the Swedish League than junior players in the WHL. So he played one more season in Sweden and then accepted a trade account spot in 2006. He made his debut and put up 2 goals against the Ducks, which was shocking. And all that. He actually ended up 3rd in points as a rookie behind Gino Malkin and Paul Stastny. It was the 5th highest point total by a Kings rookie and the highest since 1987 with Luke Robitaille doing that. Well, anyway, he was 4th in voting for the Calder. So that wasn't bad. And then he was selected to a 2008 All-Star game in a second season. Anyway, Kopitar put up 77 points and actually won the Kings Most Valuable Player award. And early in the 08-09 season, he signed a 7-year contract extension, which was huge. Well, he helped out by scoring the most points by a King and all that. Kopitar did pretty well. By 2010, he set the record for most consecutive games played by a King, breaking Marcel Dionne's record. Fortunately, he would have a broken ankle, but he still led the team in scoring. Kopitar led the Kings in scoring with 76 points, including 51 assists. And then he put up 20 points in 20 games in the 2012 playoff run, which saw the Kings go from 8th seed to Stanley Cup champion. Kopitar became the first Slovenian to win the Stanley Cup and was named Slovenian Athlete of the Year. Kopitar would play for Mora in the Swedish second tier, while the 2013 season was delayed because of the lockout. Played for them for 31 games, scoring 34 points. Then he went back to Los Angeles, putting up 43 points in 47 games. Kopitar in 2014 would again lead the Kings in scoring for the 7th consecutive year. He was actually named the finalist for the Selke Award for Best Defensive Forward in the NHL. Kopitar would not only lead the Kings in point scoring during that 26-game stretch, he led all the NHL, 26 points in 26 games. He was clutch and all that. Kopitar then in 2015 became the second King to lead the Kings in scoring 8 times, with Marcel Dionne doing that too. Kopitar was a finalist for the Selkie and the Lady Byng, which he didn't get. And then Kopitar decided to sign an 8-year deal during the 2015-16 season. So anyway, he led the Kings in scoring yet again. And was actually given both the Lady Byng and Selkie trophies. So he won both defensive forward for Selkie and the Lady Byng for gentlemanly player. LA knew they had named Kopitar captain. And they did, replacing Dustin Brown. His production dropped, and no, he did not lead the team in scoring. That was Jeff Carter. However, Kopitar would return to form for 2018, scoring 92 points, get the Kings back in the playoffs, and won the Selkie for the second time. But he was a finalist for the Hart, which he didn't get. Kopitar reached 1,000 regular season games, and then got his 1,000th point against Vegas, becoming the 91st player to set that mark. Kopitar put up a hat-trick in 2021 in the home opener against Vegas, making it the most points in a home opening games in Gary Curry in 92. But Kopitar missed the 20-goal mark, which was unusual. But in 2023, he won the Lady Byng, so he's the defending Lady Byng champion for gentlemanly conduct. Became the first King since Wayne Gretzky to win that award multiple times. Kopitar was re-signed to a contract extension for 2023 for 2 years. Kopitar played for Slovenia at the World Juniors. Division 1, so they were in second tier. And all that. In 2005, he would play in the under-18s, the World Juniors, and the World Championship for Slovenia. So he would try to put up numbers for Slovenia. Slovenia actually qualified for the 2014 Winter Games, despite the fact that they had to play the qualifying games during the NHL season, which meant Kopitar couldn't compete. Kopitar helped Slovenia shock everyone by getting to the quarterfinals. Then Kopitar played for Team Europe in the 2016 World Cup, which had players from the Czech, Finland, from Europe that weren't the Czechs, Finns, Russians, and Swedes, because those countries had enough players. So yeah, he did what he did. So anyway, he does his job and all that. Kopitar's grandmother actually taught English at a high school. And that's when you learn English. Kopitar can speak Slovenian, Serbian, German, Swedish, and English. So, anyway, Kopitar married his wife in 2013 and have a daughter and a son. So, in 1,292 games, he's still active. 393 goals for 1,141 points. Putting up 77 points at the playoff level in 92 games, including those two big runs in 2012-2014 when he put up 46 points combined. So yeah, he's been to 5 All-Star games, 2 Stanley Cups in 2012-2014, 2 Selkies in 16 and 18, Lady Byng 2016, and the current one, 2023. Oh yeah, the Mark Messier Leadership Award in 2022. So yeah, I'd say Kopitar is a Kings legend, and LA fans really love him for that. And so do I, despite me not being a Kings fan. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.